Well, we're back. Hopefully we can get this thing finished up. Hammer has load 4 in the truck. I'm gonna go dump that, and then I'm gonna run, grab load 5, come back, load the tractor up on that, take it back up there, get the grading done. Oh, Hammer said that truck was making some kind of weird noise. Hope that's nothing to... Who knows? Well, I got this thing here. I'm gonna spray those back hubs out from all the dust. You can see all the dust. Dust. Well, we made it. Nothing caught on fire, nothing broke. I didn't hear any out of the ordinary sounds. I don't know, the way he was acting like it, bearing was gonna blow out on the way up here. I know I need to check these dang tire pressures. Look at that. I didn't do that this winter. I didn't pressure wash it and do any of that stuff either. Bad on me. A lot of people's been asking me what size of the gravel. I don't know why, but in the comments I've been getting a lot of that. So this is 53s, which I think it's like whatever that is, inch down to giblets. Not sure. Came out good. That laid in there real nice. I'll tell you what, if you guys like being groovy, intelligent, you like looking cool, you can always slide on over to Orschell X here and get yourself some t-shirts, hoodies, hats, apparel. You know, just saying, if you wanna look groovy, cool, let's go. Getting on the road. We got some good stuff crushed up now. I guess the one good thing about getting a little seat time in a truck, you get to think some thoughts. You know, you always do some good thinking when you're driving. But then after you drive about 4 or 5 loads, then the thoughts might turn what you not want to think. And I got to listen to the Treaty Oaks on the way out here, so I only got to do a couple loads, it ain't too bad. But when I'm stuck in here for 6 loads a day, I don't like that. But Dad already had that one hauled, and I got one here, and then I'll be back and we'll go get that thing graded up. A little bit of seat time ain't too bad. Get your mind right. guy right there. Well, we're ready to get back on the interstate. It's the last load for the day that I got to do. Man, I tell you, when you deal with people that have a positive attitude, it just makes the whole day and everything go so good. Like the loader guy, he was like giving me thumbs up, super cool. Go in the office there, and my hammer called me this morning and say, hey, you already on the road? I'm like, yeah. He's like, well, they want some of your hoodies and t-shirts in there. I'm like, heck yeah. So when I went out and talked to him, he's like, oh yeah. And then the guy was bullcrapping with me. It's just, when people have a good positive attitude, we all gotta work. You just gotta work, so make the best of it. If you don't like your job, do something different. I mean, life's too short to go through life with a negative, dreary attitude. You know, I don't love being in this truck every day, but I'm not gonna go in and yell and scream. I mean, it is what it is. Just make the best out of it. But if you can't find them, grind them. But when you just deal with people, like when I go in there, man, she's always laughing, super nice to me. That makes a big difference. Versus when somebody don't even talk, they just like know your tickets, like that other gravel pit I went to. They're just got a stick in the mud attitude, man. And there's no way to get through life. You know what I'm saying? Bangers don't be like that. Let's get this thing there, get dropped off. What are we gonna do? Well, I can see why they want my apparel, because it's the best looking stuff on the market. And the t-shirts and hoodies I got, man, they fit super, super good. So slide over to Orschell X. I know I keep saying it, but you know, I want you guys to look good. Woo! We made it back. Wasn't too bad. No fires. Brakes ain't burning up. I don't like that off that, and it's kind of loaded heavy that side. We'll back up, drop this back here a little bit, and be on with it. I tell you, David Allen Coe's Fat Ain't Country, dang good song. You can relate to that one. I'm banging that thing down, trying to get the bed to go down. I didn't have it in lower. Get the finger choppers out there. Can definitely relate to the part of the song where he says cutting up logs for the winter. In the summertime, cutting up logs for the winter. I had to do that every summer. My hammer would get a load of logs delivered, semi-load. I mean, big ones. And that was my job all summer. Had to cut it and split it all by hand. And then my brother's job was to put it in a wheelbarrow and then put it down in the basement, which I had to help with that too. But that was their job, was to get it in the wheelbarrow and get it over there. My job was cut it and split it. And man, there were some big ones. We'd have that log thing that you hooked on it and had to roll them. And mind you, I'm probably 12, 13 years old. Out on that pile of logs. I mean, it's tall, and you're on there and then things are rolling, and it's not like my parents ever came out and looked and checked on you and see if you're all right. They didn't check on you back then. Go do it. I'm out there to chainsaw them. No hover parents, that's for sure. That's what made us the probably toughest generation we are, I'd say. That's why I keep telling my nephew, you know, he's wanting to, well, he says he wants to get into equipment. I said, what's your freaking passion? What are you passionate about? You don't even have a passion. I mean, come home from school and they lay in their bedroom. I don't know, I don't get it. We're cut from a different cloth. We're loaded. I tell you, I wish I had 50 bucks for every time I loaded and unloaded. Be rich. Here we go. Let's see how many thousands of times we can go up and down this thing. Make it look like something, beat her into submission. We're up here, we might as well put my sign where people can see it. I put it here yesterday to mark this, so if Hammer was coming back, he could see that. You know what I say? Right. It will. You know it. If there's a fire that could be started, or a piece of steel that could be broken, or a tire that could blow, it's gonna happen to me. That's for sure. Bada boom. Got her here nice and thick, but that's what it needed. I think I did this probably about probably 5 years ago. And I just did it for credit. I think I can grab it. Starting to land there real nice. Every time you go back and forth, the better it gets. I'll tell you, you can't underbid these things on gravel. I mean, it takes it. That's your friend on these things. You know, don't underbid it. Bid them heavy, get it thick. I looked at this one for a lady earlier this spring, and I guess she called me a couple of times last year, and I told her I deleted her, lost her number, but I think I deleted it because it was dead winter. There was like 8-inch snow on. She had me I had to get out there and look at this. She's going on vacation next week. I said, all right. Went out and looked at it. Really couldn't tell nothing. I could tell the distance and how much gravel I needed. So I put a quote together and all that. And then she says, so I called her and said, hey, I'm coming to do your driveway tomorrow. Oh, well, I don't know. We've been talking. I talked to this guy and he said that we don't need that much gravel. I said, yeah, you do. It's washed out and blah, blah, blah. And I said, but if you don't, you know, to be that much less off the price. Well, I want you to come look at it. Said, all right, so I cleared my schedule for that day. Ran out, took a look at it, came back, and I said, yeah, you need some ditch work, this and that, and blah, blah, blah. I said, we're on for tomorrow, and all right, that sounds good. So later that night, you know, I was in Brookville, so I already had my trucks lined up. I use a different hauler for out there. Had them all lined up and everything. 10 o'clock at night, she texted me, hey, we're gonna hold off on that job. I talked to my friend and he said that we don't need that much gravel and blah, 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 and this and that. And well, the conversation before that, we were on the phone. She's telling me about her friend saying she don't need much gravel. I said, listen, is your friend doing it or me? Because you hired me, I'm the expert. I said, you can check me out on Facebook. I do a lot of these long driveways. Well, you know, and I had that conversation. Then that night she texted me, hey, we're gonna hold off. He still thinks it's too much gravel, this and that. So whatever. So you know what I did? She wasted so much of my time, and I think she did that to me the previous year. She kept running me around, so that's why I deleted it and didn't even work her out. I usually get a good feel before I even go look at it, but she gave me a sob story this time that another contractor did it, didn't do it right. But I said, oh, I'll come out and help you, and I kind of forgot what went on, but I remember. You can tell when your customers are starting to yank you around like that, it's best just to get out, because if they're saying they got somebody else that already knows better than you, this and dude, that's red flags. And these older people, they just don't know, and you're most of the time going to have problems. But that lady wasted 2 trips of mine out there and all the bull crap. And you know what? I just deleted all her stuff out. I said, even if she calls me at this point, the bridge is done burned. She lit the candle, it's done. I wouldn't go do her job now if we doubled the price. You had your chance, missed opportunities. Let's look behind here real quick. This kind of just takes all the lumps out. Got this all laid in there. It's blacktop up there, it's just gonna roll out. That looks pretty good. Yeah, that lady, she'll have some scab come do it and it won't be right, and then she'll be twice into the project what she should have been. That's it, you can't tell nobody. That ain't country, I'll kiss you or you know what. Like he says in there too, we had hogs in the yard. We always had hogs in the yard too at my grandma's. Hogs and cows, and then a couple times a year the whole family would get together and then they'd butcher and split it up, and that'd be the meat. I think them traditions are fading. Here's how this one laid in there. I'll tell you, there's positives and negatives about the gravel being dry and being wet. When it's wet and you dump it out, it doesn't go as far, but when you grade it, it grades more level. When it's dry like this, it just kind of floats around. So the best thing is once you get rain on it and this pack's hardened, then you can come and redo it and you can get a lot better grade. But right now it's so dry, it needs that water to activate the lime. So there's a plus and negatives. But yeah, this one turned out good. Man, it was so low there. That's where he was getting all them potholes. I got everything built up. The only thing that stinks is all the water goes like this. So it's always going to lay there unless he did some sort of a pipe. I mean, it's crowned up, so that's kind of a bad thing because it's going to hit that and just kind of lay in there. Before it was laying in there and going across the driveway, that's why it was so wet. So you need like a pipe or something, but that's why it's always wet and getting potholes. But man, it's a lot more gravel on it. Well, I'm glad you guys were able to be with me, and if you stayed to this long in the video, you must be true bangers. Appreciate that. Like always, keep doing what you do. Hopefully I can bring a smile to your face and maybe a tear to your eye. That could only mean one thing.